Hello and welcome, my Virgo friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today and watching this video. This is a very special reading. This is a reading for the harvest moon. However, the harvest moon lands on Friday the 13th. This does not happen very often, and actually the next time it will happen is in 2046. Now the harvest moon identifies that we're at the peak of our current harvest season. While the Friday the 13th traditionally signifies a day of worship for the goddess, in current times it's surrounded with fear and bad luck. This reading is going to embrace the traditional meaning of the goddess of fertility and abundance. The reading today is going to highlight the abundance that you're going to create and manifest in your life. The deck I chose for this reading is the Tarot of the Haunted House, created by Sasha Graham and Mirko Riki, and I'm really sorry I cannot say his last name very well, and I apologize. I chose this deck to kind of mock our current fears around today, the Friday the 13th. It's a beautiful deck, however I chose the Haunted House because I wanted to kind of poke fun. Like always, I will end this session off with an oracle blessing from this time, the Enchanted Oracle, which was created by Barbara Moore. I will have links below to both these gorgeous decks, so should they speak to you, you of course can go check them out for yourselves. Okay, my Virgo friends, let's get started. What? Jeez, I cannot even shuffle this deck, it just keeps dropping cards. Doesn't matter which reading I'm doing, I've dropped I don't know how many cards today. They're just jumping out. Alright, I can't even remember what I was going to say. What abundance are my Virgo friends going to create and manifest in their lives with the help of the harvest moon and Friday the 13th? Okay, got a couple more jumpers. Alright. What does the harvest moon and Friday the 13th want to share with my Virgo friends? Another jumper. Not sure if it's the deck. Actually, no, I know it's not the deck. I've used this deck 100 times and I've never had this problem. So I don't really see it as a problem. I see it more as that the cards are very clearly in tune with what the harvest moon and Friday the 13th want to share. So we're going to start off. The first jumper was the Six of Wands. Six are about balance and communication. Wands are about that inner fire and passion. This really talks about that ability to communicate and get your point across. And it doesn't matter what is happening in the crowd, you are able to hold true to what you're wanting to say and what is really important to you. And that's an important piece to be able to kind of get your point across. It can be kind of challenging, especially in today's climate, to get your point across and not offend anybody. So whether or not they're offended, you're able to stand true to who you are. The second card that jumped out was the King of Wands. The Kings are the most fully developed personality of the suit. That means they have the most responsibility, control, power of the suit, and this suit is the Wands. This is all about that passion and fire and creativity. That's that inner desires that you have in the pit of your tummy that push you forward. Those things that you really like to do. He's in total control of it. And he's pushing this forward. He's really igniting the Six. We've got double wands here, and they're really, really pushing themselves forward. The next one to jump out was the Three of Pentacles. Threes are about expression and growth. Pentacles are about that abundance and growth. This is a growth card. And more importantly, this is a growth card where you're working together to get something done. That kind of community partnership piece where you're working as a group. So your community is going to be a very important piece. Not only will they stand beside you and behind you in this whatever battles you need to face, they're going to embrace that passion that you have and really, really want you to push it forward. And as a group, you're going to find great abundance and great growth. The next card that jumped out, this is the 20th card in the Major Arcana, and it is known as judgment. Many times you're going to see in these the judgment card, in the top part, you see Archangel Gabriel with a horn. Like I said, this community, your ability to communicate, is going to make a bit of a change. You're going to be able to not only stir other people to arms and to really connect in with their passions. It's going to be really important, Virgo, that you really embrace this kind of triad, if you will, this triangle here. Because when you're working together as a group, and they may not all be Virgos, it's just as a group of individuals that are connecting in with you, you're going to make a change in other people's lives. And that's going to be really important. You're going to find that really meaningful. And you're going to be able to kind of push, I don't want to say push the envelope, but really get yourself going in this. You're going to find more fulfillment, and you're going to find that you ignite your passions even further, because you're going to feed off the energy of the positive vibes and loving energy that those who you inspire give off. Now, the last card that jumped out is the Eight of Swords. Eights are about movement. However, in this card, it talks about your lack of movement. You are so bound up. You've got so much gunk and crap on yourself. You've got this kind of like a filmy buildup, if you will. You're carrying all this knowledge, and instead of putting it to use, you're allowing it to stand in your way. Also impacts here. This communication piece, you are ready to go. You're on your high horse and you're ready to roll. Your ego is taking hold here. You're going to have to overcome your ego here, which is easier said than done. Your ego is really kind of anchoring you down and really not allowing you to connect in. The Harvest Moon really wants you to kind of allow your passions to ignite other people's passions and kind of have that ongoing reciprocal energy transfer. You have that ability. However, your ego is holding you back. It's time to purge that, so that what you can start in on the Harvest Moon and really start to, connect in with the community and ignite and really amplify that passion and creativity and really get people going and pointed in the right direction, if you will. Your ego is anchoring you down. It's not allowing you to truly push your passions and your energy, and that's a big piece here, is the energy you're creating with the King of Wands and your Six of Wands and the Pentacles here. You're creating this amazing energy, which is going to really push other people and really allow them to connect in. It's kind of that leadership through role modeling, if you will. Your ego isn't allowing you to do this. Harvest Moon really will give you a kind of a launching point for this, so that you're able to move others, yourself and other people forward. This movement is going to start on the Harvest Moon, and it's going to carry on well into the winter. However, if you don't, similar to any mechanism where you're pulling back an elastic, you're being anchored here. If you don't have the momentum of the Six of Wands, you're not going to get very far. So it's going to be really important to dump and purge this. Harvest Moon can also help with that, because you can start to, you can do some, I'm encouraging a lot of people to do some full moon meditation, basking in the light of the full moon, so that you can kind of rejuvenate yourself, shed some of the stuff that we pick up. And we pick up a lot of this, like the binding and blindfold, through just everyday occurrence. We connect in with people and we take some of their negative goo with us. Now we're kind of all gooey and gross, and we need to kind of shed that, if you will. All right. Let's look at what is, like, besides your ego here, what's going to hinder this piece. That's the Ten of Pentacles. Major obstacle, not only is your ego going to be standing in your way, but the Ten of Pentacles is a completion card. It's an ending and it's in a beginning. The Ten of Pentacles talks about that stability that you've created with family and community. So really, you're feeling pretty good about where you're at. Why would you be pushing yourself to take on your ego, which is never a fun fight? Your ego likes to play dirty. They all do. Why would you do this? That's going to be your biggest challenge right now, is overcoming that kind of complacent, I'm really happy, I'm in a good space. So that's going to be a major challenge for you to overcome. And your community can help. The Three of Pentacles can really help out there. Connecting in with your passions, even you connecting in with that piece that you really like, will help propel other people. However, like I said, like the elastic band, you want to be able to pull it as far as you can so you can fling your passions forward, that energy, that positive, loving energy forward, and really hit as many people as you possibly can. Okay, Virgo, let's look at your shadow card. It's the last card of the deck. And that's the Knight of Pentacles. Knights are that really adolescent energy, that kind of go big or go home, not afraid of anything, can take on the world, no problem. Pentacles are about that, again, growth and abundance. You've got lots of energy. Your shadow self is reminding you of that energy. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the few knights that's not in action. He's a very steady and stable knight. He's got lots of energy to get the job done. And that's what your shadow self is reminding you of, Virgo, here. You've got the energy to do this. You need to be able to overcome your complacency and kind of take on that ego piece where you're going to challenge your ego to say, you know what? I can make a difference. I am going to make a difference. And here I go. Watch me. All right, let's look at the blessing. All right, my Virgo friends, what blessing does the harvest moon and Friday the 13th have for my Virgo friends? Another jumper. And that's Gothic. This card reminds you that yes, you're going to fear something, however, you need to take it on. We can't just live in fear all our lives. Gothic is very much about taking on, identifying and taking on that fear. And that fear can easily be what your ego is holding you against, or it can also be that complacency. So Gothic reminds you that you have the ability to do this, Virgo. You've got this. It's just taking that energy, which you do have here, and taking down your ego, taking down that complacency, getting the job done. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading, however, I drew these cards especially for my Virgo friends. What else do these cards have to say for you, my Virgos? What further message does it have? Like I said, this is a group reading. Now, if you want a more personalized reading, you can follow the link below to arrange and schedule a personal reading with myself, and we can dive into some of the more personal aspects of it for yourself or for other topics. That said, I hope you found this video helpful and that you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the Harvest Full Moon has in store for you, and also Friday the 13th. Again, I want to thank you for spending time with me today and watching my video. I will continue to create videos for my Zodiac friends in the upcoming weeks. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the box below. I'm always up for feedback from my friends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You never know where I'm going to go next, and you don't want to miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. And in some of those tiers, one of the perks is private readings. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Virgo friends.